Hello, Sketchbook Heroes, Sketchbook Warriors. We're down to the last drawings for the night. We've got two portraits to do. I think two portraits, we'll see. I've got a simple one and then a little one that's a little more challenging. So let's get to it. No wasting time here. It's all about action. Action, action, action. Here we go. So let's go. We just finished some plants here. We're not going to do these. We're skipping these. Ah, there we go. This is the one we're doing. We're going to be doing this one. There's an interesting composition. Portrait of Lavina by Leonid Pasternak. All right, well, let's break this one down. There's a lot of detail you do not see. If you know the portraits, you can actually pretty much fake this. That's what we're going to do. If you know the proportions, so we're going to do proportions. So let's break this into pieces, and then we'll do the next one. The next one that we're doing after this one is that face. And you can see, look at, don't have to worry about the eye. Hardest part is going to be the nose. There's a lot of little nuances in the nose, and we'll do that. See something in the chat. Have to go. All right, thanks for the class. You're welcome. All right, we're here. Oh, dwindling, but we're down to the last. This is the last two we're gonna do. We're gonna do that one and then this one. So let's break it down. Let's see. Let's break it down. Break it down. Break it down. You can see, definitely see it. I can already see that the whole thing is just kind of like the composition we just did with the vases, but the opposite. The main subject's on the right on the composition. Let's see. See if we're right. Oh, let's see, get a square in here as well. Oh, look at that. There's the square right in there. That's a square right where the arm is. That's interesting. We can keep that. And then let's find the center. There it is, right there, right there. There's the middle, and then over here, here's the middle as well. So let's get our center lines in for our square here. Oops. I think it's right about there. And blue as well. All right, here we go. I had a hat, and it was windy, and it blew by you. Blew by you. All right, a little higher. And this one a little more to the right, but I'm not going to worry about that. This one's good. A little bit higher. Oops. Click and drag. Up a little higher. Click out. Oh, that's it. Yeah, almost on the money. That one's almost on the money. That's good enough. All right, good enough for government work. Let's break this one down into a little bit smaller. Well, I think we can get this. What's important here are the angles. Watch this angle. See this angle here? This angle there. It's got really nice angles. This angle here, this angle there. Notice that angle. And if they were to continue, this is what really helps. If this line were to continue, you can see where it starts, where it stops. These angles are awesome. Look at this. Even this dress kind of goes up that way, pointing towards the face. There's a little bit of a curve in there, but there we go. I won't do that one. Even these fingers point up. All right, we won't worry about that. Let's get a different color in there. They're coming to take us away. That's the. All right, here we go. Quite a busy night. There's half, and then there's half right in there. I think that's pretty close to half. Probably maybe a little higher. Only way to know is to. That looks good. All right, let's screenshot that and get started. So finish this up. All right, this is one of two. Let's get this done. Here we go. Take this challenge. Take on the Pepsi challenge. Take on this drawing challenge. Take the challenge. Don't live in fear. You might make it, you might not. It's okay. Just keep it in your sketchbook. That's a safe space. A safe space. Safe space. All right, here we go. Let's get another sheet of paper. We're out of paper. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, we're going to divide our paper. Oh, actually, it would probably be good. We'll keep it this way. Let's keep it this way. We're going to divide it in half and then half again. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. That's a good question. Ah, what's our plan of attack? Plan of attack, plan of attack, plan of attack. Where is... Here we go. That's it. My chat. I was looking for this. Did I upload it? I did, didn't I? Uh-oh, something's in the way. Oh, here we go. This is it. All right, here we go. Let's figure this out. All right, we need a square. But then it's a little bit longer than a square. Oh, we can do it this way. Well, no, well, okay. I didn't want to, but here we go. Let's do it this way. We're gonna do it vertically. We haven't done a vertical drawing in a long time. So that actually works. That's gonna work. We're gonna keep it vertical. We're gonna keep it the top half. So this should work perfectly. I think that's our ratios too. So we're gonna get where's our folded paper? All right, so we're gonna get another sheet of paper. We're gonna fold it in half. Fold it in half. Make sure it goes from the corner to corner, like that. That'll be our measurement. And there it is, right there. That is that corner. So we're gonna go up here. Use that measurement up here, right at the top. That's the top middle. We use that for the sides. There we go. The middle, and make sure it's up at the corner, and then there's the middle, and then make sure it's lined up, and then the bottom. That's it. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring it over. The top, we don't have to do anything, but just make sure it's there. Right at the corner. In this corner. And then the middle. And then the bottom. There we go. Now we just connect the bottom. We can put one corner, and there's the middle. And then now our lines. Where's my straight edge? Where's my straight edge? Oh, there it is. Connect all the points, 2 points. Make sure you have 2 points. Make sure your ruler is on each point. You check, put it up, double check, triple check, and there it is. Quadruple check, and then line. Check twice, cut once. That's what they say when you're in doing woodwork. Gotta check. See, check. Oh, check. Then draw. Because yeah, imagine having to erase your lines again. Ooh-wee. There it is. Bam, it works. We figured it out. Problem solving, the best skill. Drawing skill is a skill. You can learn. Problem solving, better skill. All right, we're going to break this down into fourths. This top half here. And in fourths. Broke that down into fourths. And then we've got the face that's all in here. The face is going to be in here. See, this is all we need to do is do this fourths. There's a bunch of angles everywhere. So this is the fourths. The head is up in here. I would probably even draw a circle in that top half. And then the whole bottom, kind of like oval shape of the head. That kind of comes down into this square, this fourth down here. And then the neck comes down a little bit, yeah, just a little bit into this bottom square. So there's that ice cream, long neck. Now these angles, there's an angle here to the middle. That's the middle. Probably a little bit below the middle. See, that's good. Coming down to almost down to this corner. Here, there. See, this is why I like seeing. That kind of helps get our angle accurate. The longer, the better. And then from here, it looks like it's almost from the middle, coming up here somewhere. But we just need this angle, that angle there. Bam. That's that angle. And then we need this angle that's from here down to here. But it's going up to a little bit below the corner, up here, a little below the corner. So it's right about there, So that's that angle. That's pretty good. So there we go. It's like, looks like an S. And then it comes in. And then it's the dress down at the bottom. And then here, this is, yep, that part. Oh, and then we've got that. There we go. It looks like an S. Coming in. There's a little bit of an angle with this dress as it comes up. Then it comes down. Oh, and we were saying that this kind of goes up that way. Then there's a hand in here in this bottom square. There's a hand. The hand, oh, I didn't break that one into half. I can follow this one, and I see this top line coming down, and I see the hand fitting in here. And I'm trying to see the middle this way. It is less than half. I would say the hand kind of fits right in here at this angle, down to almost the bottom, this line right here. That's where that hand is. And then there's this really nice negative shape right in here. This negative shape that kind of comes out this way, this angle, and then this angle, and then it kind of closes up. There's this shape that goes in here. Oh man, I do smell fire. Interesting. Wow, there's something burning out there. We might have to stop earlier then. Oh yeah. Oh, I can smell it. Interesting. Fascinating. Something's going down. All right, so we got this other collar on this side. I can see this quarter in here. This other, it almost kind of almost goes to the middle of that quarter. And then you've got this. The hill's probably on fire. Yeah, the hill's probably on fire. The hills are alone. Let's take a quick look. Nope. I can smell it, but I don't see it. It's the house next door. All right. All right. So, wow, just with that, you can tell, you can see it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Just those angles and everything looks pretty good. Now, let's tackle the hardest part. Let's tackle the face, and then everything else will just kind of fall into place. All right. So, the face is the hardest part. Let's take a look. This is just fourths. This is just fourths. And then I have a circle up here and then a little oval down here that goes into that bottom fourth. All right, so then let's do this. This hair kind of almost, there's a little bit of like an angle there. And then it kind of curves up at the top, comes down at an angle, and it comes straight. Have all this hair. I'm seeing this mass of hair right in there. It's kind of like an angle there. I'm trying to get these angles to makes it a little bit easier for you. And then here, this whole face. This whole face kind of has this oval shape, almost oval shape. I'll get some angles in there. Let's get that angle of right in there. There's a little bit of a chin, and then the little these jaws. Those angles. Ooh, and being thrown up. Then up in here, the sides of the face. So we've got the sides of the face, the jaw lines, these jaw lines, and then the chin. That's pretty close. And then line of symmetry, you have the line of symmetry. Do that really light. You don't need to go dark. Let's see. Let's see, where's my, oh, it's behind this one. There it is. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, I wanted to see this face. Okay. Now the eyes are going to be right in here. I can see eyes right in there, eyes right in there. I'm kind of just blocking stuff in really lightly. The nose, coyotes, you can hear the coyotes. Nose, and then the mouth right in there. See, I'm seeing the big shape of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Everything's just kind of like suggested. It's really all just suggested. Okay, so let's do this. Let's zoom in so you can see just the face. There we go. All right, so the eyes, especially the left one, is just a big old block, an oval shape. All right, it's flat, big oval shape right in there. Then there's a little bit of space. So let's shade all this. I'm going to shade all this, just a slight shade, because all this is in shade. And this actually goes out further. And then there's the eyebrow. This eyebrow goes over and then out. Let's see this eyebrow right in there. Coming down to all this is dark. So all this is kind of like one shape now. I'm looking at this. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this little white shape that's above the eye. It's smaller. Trying to keep the shape of the eyebrow. And then here, the shape of this hair. And all this hair is dark right in there. Now, when you're drawing portraits, you really just got to practice, and know proportions, and then get into well, whatever level you're at, because the next level, once the easiest one is front face, and then the next one is profile, which is what we're going to do next, and then the next one after that is three-quarter view, and then the next one after that is getting expressions, trying to get expressions of your characters, getting them to emote, show feelings, emotions. That's the next level in that order. All right, here we go. All this nose comes down here. See, there's our center line, but the nose line is on this side, and then it's kind of like rounded where the nose is. We're widening it out, darkening this up so it all looks like one shape right in there. And then all this is slightly not as dark as up there. I'm going to shade it all, the sides all in shadows, the left side of the face. Then here I can soften things up. I can soften up this nose or darken it a little bit more. Kind of comes in here. Let's get these lips as well. It's got a little bit of a cheek right in there, a little cheek dot. Then it's got these little perky lips. Oh, there's the top lip. And again, this is really small. I'm almost doing surgery here. So the accuracy is going to go out the window a little bit. That's the top lip. And it kind of comes out here. She's got a little smile on her. And then there's the bottom lip. See the top lip like a little hat. And then the bottom lip. And it's red lips. And it's the chin kind of goes around. Shade it up that way. Kind of soften it up. See where I can blend things. Try to looking at the picture, looking back and forth, see how I can make it more like the picture. There's the left. There's a little bit of this shadow on the side. Right there. And then here's this other eye. Bring it in a little bit more. This is just, again, wow. Right. This one you won't see the eyebrow, actually. This hair kind of comes down and kind of covers up that whole eye. I'm just going to bring this eye over. Do the same thing, actually. The same thing as that eye. That whole dark space. Keeping that dark space. And then, yeah, going around it like that. Huh, this is interesting. Yeah, because I think this is actually probably eyelashes. But we can shade it all in. It's not that people are going to notice a lot because it's really, really blurry photograph. I think, well, it's the quality is not all there, so we can fake it as well. Trying to draw what we see. That's pretty close. No cigar. We'll do the next one. The next one's definitely has character. It has more detail. There we go. The hard part here was getting those angles. That was a good little lesson in angles. Let's get I think I'm kind of happy with that face. I'm not ecstatic, but it's good enough. I can go in here and make little circles to make it a little more accurate. But that was the hard part. Let me see. Should I go darker? I can put the whole face in shadow or shade more stuff to kind of like hide stuff. soften stuff. This is where I would kind of like look back and forth. Notice there's a little bit of shadow under that eye shadow. Right in there. All right, it's getting late. All right, here we go. We've got this light area of the neck, and then everything else is just shaded. And actually, we've got this whole neck area, and that's shaded. And this same shade up there. The shade, all that. Even, yeah, it's all shaded. It does go darker a little bit on the sides, but let's get this whole dress dark. Let's get this whole dress dark. All right, hold on. We're going to be doing our portrait. You can fast forward if you're watching on video, or you can work on this one, pause. Do the best you can, make this quick. Play at a double speed. But whatever you do, make sure you're taking action. Make sure you're not just watching and listening. All of that works too, as far as like, not going to help your drawing. A lot of people would watch Bob Ross paint, but they wouldn't paint. They just listen to him talk about the happy little clouds, taking on challenges. You know. So here we go. There's a darkness here. See some like right in here. This part of that dark on one side. In the middle, it's a little bit lighter, and then it gets darker again. Let's go down. Trying to see that darkness. And then it goes dark here as well. It's a dark shape. Ah, the hand. Biting the hand that feeds you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Just shading really quick. In that whole area. The hand is a tough one. All right, so let's zoom in on the hand so you can see what I'm doing here, and then I'll work on the shading and the dress, and because we'll address the dress. The dress hand just has these shapes. There's like a triangle shape, and it's all pointing to that knee, and this kind of curves, and all this points up to the face. These folds, kind of like right in there, those three folds, and then she's on something. Crack. No, no. Let's draw the hand. Oh my gosh. All right. It's getting late. Here we go. Let's see. So we got the two parts of the hand. We got the palm and the fingers. So there's the palm. It kind of looks like an oval in there. Palm, and I can see kind of these two angles. There's ins and outs. Then we got the fingers. We've got the two fingers in the middle, which includes the middle finger and the ring finger, I think. Kind of like going, I can connect those and see those as one shape. Then I can see the pinky coming over here as another shape. Then I can see the pointer finger coming up here as another shape. See, it looks like a W. All right, throwing gang signs here. Just kidding. All right, here we go. There's that. Although I was almost jumped into it as a kid back 40 years ago. Yeah, a long time ago. They were just jokesters. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, sorry, keep it alive. Here we go. There's breaking these two fingers apart. You can see it goes from thick to thin, but kind of makes sense. I don't know. You really have to study fingers and hands. Hands is the other one to really. There's really three parts you need to study. I would probably study figure drawing first. I'm doing figure drawing, and there's understanding the proportions there. And then I would do hands, study hands, and then I would study portraits. But really, it's really what you are, whatever the need is, whatever the need is. Yep. Yeah, there's more to these fingers, but kind of just getting them. That's probably close enough. I'm gonna shade around them. Oh, shading. Let's make it smooth and even, but I don't know. There we go. There, way down. I'm happy with that hand. Zoom out, zoom out. And if you're not, it's okay. Sometimes I'm not happy with my work. Oh, yes. We painted flowers and bumblebees. I didn't like my flower compared to despair. Compared to my girlfriend, her flower was much better than mine, and that's okay. That and she didn't see it. You're trying and like you don't understand the strokes you have. The her flower was much better, and I had to give her the evidence. I had to show her and tell her what was good about it. She couldn't see it. Sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes we don't see our good. Just see the bad. Like poor Amy. Amy, so sorry, Amy. You did an awesome job. But yeah, just that one thing. Sometimes those things just stand out, and it's just that one thing, and you feel like a failure, but it's not. It's just those little things that stand out, the contrast, because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Everything else is fine. It's just that thumb that's sore sticks out. All right, here we go. Let's go. Next one. All right. We're here. It's 9:50. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden 9:50. All right, let's do our last one. Ah, there we go. Share my screen. Screen number one. Share. Is that it? Oh, yeah. I guess I'm sharing my other screen. That's the face we're gonna do. All right. Ooh. Oh man. I see an oval. Let's do the oval. Let's see, annotate. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm on a different screen, so I don't know if it looks different for you, but I am on a different screen that I used last time. Ooh, there's an oval right in there. Look at that oval. It's got a little bit of a bump, front bump, but it's got like an oval shape. I can't see ovals are tough because you don't know, but if we do two circles, that helps. Because you know what a circle is. A circle is universal. So there's a circle, copy it, paste it, two exact circles, and you can see how much they overlap. Now you can see how much they overlap. And that helps as an oval because of the overlap. There we go. So that's better than an oval, two circles. And you can see the spacing and how it, all right. Then when you're drawing a face, this from the tip of the nose to the tip of the head, and you can see it go in and out. Other things to look for. Oh, this kind of has an angle to it, the nose. Again, when you see angles, pretend they keep going and going. That really helps. What else are we looking for here? We got, yeah, there's a lot of shading, so that's going to make it look good if we can get that shading in there. But that's it. See, there's a lot of stuff to it. The hard part is going to be the nose and the shading. If you can get those, that's it. This is Portrait of Tolstoy Against a Stormy Sky, dated 1901 by Leonid Pasternak. Again, same Leonid Pasternak. All right, let's do this. All right, we got some hardcore heroes here. We're going to take on this challenge. Let's see. Let's get it into the chat box. There we go. And the two circles are, yeah, they're right across from each other. Capture that. And again, another vertical. And let's post it in the chat. And let's do it. Let's just do this. Another vertical drawing. So here we go. Let's do two circles. Let's start off with one circle. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. So there's the one circle. Then we got another circle. And it's an oval shape, but these two circles really help see how apart this oval is. So we can see this and we can see the spacing in here. So I can see that actually it needs to be closer. Two can be as bad as one. See, this space right in here, that really helps with this oval, that oval shape. These little two moons. How is it the same? How's it different? This is a Venn diagram right here. Then I can see there's an ear right in here. We got our two circles, an ear right in the middle. Then we've got the eye over here, like right in here, right in half. So if I break this in half, sorry, right in there, in this half is that eye, and then right there on that front is the nose. There's a triangle for that nose right in there. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's already kind of coming together. There's a lot of little nuances here in the nose. We'll break those down. A little bit of mustache, and then you've got the beard, and the beard kind of comes down. So there's some neck, and then that angle for that beard. Notice that angle, and then this other angle that I got somewhere like that. These two angles kind of bring down, and then you see the space for the beard in here. These two angles and that space in there, maybe a little bit higher up. But the angles only can change. They can change in placement, but the angles don't change. Actually, this angle and more to the right. All right, there it is. I'm happy with that. All right, let's zoom in on the face. And I'm going to zoom in on the nose, and we're going to go from left to right. The nose is the toughest part. The nose is the toughest part, but it's there. Look at that. So the nose is the toughest part, and I know that the nose is. Here's the front of the nose, and it's kind of like there's parts to the nose. See that I've got that little thing, and then we've got this nostril in here. Right, this nostril. I don't know how else to explain it other than this is experience and being able to see this form. This is more than just a shape. There's the nose kind of curving part down there, and there's a little bit of nostril, but it's just dark underneath since it's formed. And there's that. And then here, there's a little bit of, see that nostril ball shape right in there, but it's so subtle. So all this stuff's really subtle. I mean, you'd have to really look closely at the picture. And if you don't have a good copy, let me zoom in. So yeah, all this stuff is just really subtle. That nose is in there. And it goes, then there's the bridge of the nose, which kind of goes out and then in. See, there's that curve in there. And as it comes up right against that circle, that hair for the eyebrow, and it comes out. Then we go up and then out. See, there's a little bit of a bump right, bump right there. The phrenology. See, but it's still on that circle. And then even all this is shaded. I can shade it some more. And the tip of that edge, it's a highlight. It's highlighted. The tip, the edge of that nose is highlighted. But there's that nose. That's the nose. If you haven't practiced drawing noses, you gotta practice drawing the noses. 100 noses. See, that's how I got that nose, because I've drawn noses a lot of times. There's a little bit of a beard underneath, but this nose, and I can shade it down a little bit as well. I've got the nostril in there, shading it down, see, pushing it back, slight little shade in there. Shadow of that nose. Cheek, there's a cheek right in here. The cheek happening. Right in there, so this cheek, pushing in through there. And then it comes down the sides light, and then it gets darker where the cheek is. There's a cheekbone. And then the eye socket. Eye socket is just dark. It's just dark. Above it is this eyebrow. It's almost I would probably say it kind of looks like Kind of looks like this. What is that called? Oh, there's a name for it. Rhombus. Looks like a rhombus. Hey, there's a blast from the past. Kind of like a rhombus, but it kind of maybe a little bit more of an angle, like that. That's what's kind of happening. And then below it is that eye. So it's kind of like right in there. That's the eyebrow. And then right underneath it is this eye, which is just, we're going to just shade it like a little circle, but it should be soft. Not, I'm softening it out. It's dark, that whole area is dark, but then I'm softening it up. I soften it up. There's that eyebrow, which is actually dark. And then here we have, right in here is that cheekbone. Right in here, so this little C-shape cheekbone as it comes down. That way. And here's the beard as it attaches itself to this part of that circle. I can erase that, but it's just on that inside part of that circle. Now, what's cool about this is that there's a temple Grandin right in here. Temple right in there. Boom. And that's going to be a little bit shaded right to that temple. Look at that. And then his head up there. Oops. Let me zoom out. Zoom out now. There it is. Oh, look at that. It's coming along. All right. And I've got his beard and his mustache there, but I'm not worried about it. Shading right there. Right to the edge. Softening. That's hard to see. See, when you're first learning where the soft edges are, where the lights are, the darks are. These little subtleties are really hard for beginning people. But if you're getting it, awesome. Congratulations. All right. The hair's darker. And then values, that's the next one. This ear right in here. Ear. It has this ear shape, the ear lobe. Then the top part of the ear. And then you got the inside part of the ear. See those shapes? The inside part of the ear is dark. Then you've got that little echo. And then it gets lost in here. There's like hair going over it, actually. There's hair going over it. And then the beard comes out in here. The beard, which I can actually erase. Kind of get in there as it comes up. In there. And it's dark right in there. It's just as dark as that ear. Kind of coming up in here. Yeah, some things are just really subtle. They're very subtle. And you're just subtly drawing them in. And then here, the hair kind of comes up and over a little bit. It gets lost in there. And this hair, all this hair. Scribbling it in. Let's zoom out. All right, so this is it. Last drawing of the night. It's there. It's looking good. Not too shabby. I think it's looking pretty good. I hope yours is as well. If not, that's okay. You don't always win the battle, but if you're always at it, you'll win the war. You'll win it when it's like important. It's like, oh wow, you got to pay your dues to sing the blues. But if you're hanging in there, keeping at it, you can show me your work and I can give you feedback if you want. You don't, if you already know what you're working on, I know what I'm working on. I'm practicing this, practicing that, I'm practicing proportions. I'm looking at ratios. You got to practice with a purpose. You got to know why, where, or what. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yep. We said thanks for the lessons. You're welcome. Let's see, I just did this whole neck right here, this neckline at that angle. This whole neck is in shading. It goes on, then it kind of blends into the beard. See, all these is really subtle stuff. And then here you got a collar or something in there. And it's also gets subtle. Then they got the shoulder. Gets lost. It's almost like in the clouds. Then you have this whole thing that's shaded. All this is really shaded in here, down to the shoulder. It's against a stormy sky. Tolstoy. I always hear about his writings and stuff. I should study some of his stuff. Why is he so important? All right, here we go. So we're gonna this mustache. He does have this mustache, and there is slight mustache. I can put a little bit of texture over it on top, but underneath it is shadow, which makes that pop. See, and it actually even feels like there's a little bit of a curve right in there, a little bit of a curve at that mustache, a little bit of a curly, and then I'm gonna shade out this back part. See, make that makes that pop. And then this bottom part of the beard, or the top part of that beard. And then if I wanted to as well, get this whole shading on this outside. This will make this is all the shading is what takes time. You got to practice getting smoother and getting it on there. I'm just doing it, throwing it in there really quick. I can actually, it makes the face pop. Oh yeah, look, that nose pop. That nose just pops because it has that light right on the edge. Even that forehead pops because it's light right on that edge. And then on the inside, that temple is dark. You might be surprising yourself with this drawing because the way I broke it down was pretty basic. If you followed along, and there's a lot of subtle stuff. You can just soften it with little circle shadings. Hide stuff, push stuff around, and well, and there it is. There it is, Tolstoy. All right. I don't know what how the beard kind of ends, but we can actually end that as well. We can kind of like end it in it just ends. We can kind of shade it out. Let's see, to make it fade out, right? Make it fade out till oblivion. Well, this just fades out, so I can just fade it. And this is this shoulder back in here because it is in a storm or something. Bring up some of that darkness in here. See, all this just fades together. Where you don't know where one shape starts, one thing ends, just all kind of goes together. And that's it. Like, subscribe for more. Get ready to see the Sketchbook Warrior website or YouTube channel. Right now, this is the Sketchbook Hero channel where we just practice. But the Sketchbook Warrior will have the lessons, we'll have the warm-ups, Sketchbook Warrior warm-ups. We'll have more stuff, a little more detail, just getting it in there. That'll be there. So like, subscribe, comments. I read those comments. All right, that's it for the night. Thank you so much. Here we go. Oh, I wasn't sharing. Ha ha ha. Nobody said anything. I was still sharing my picture. That's all good. Well, there's the finished drawing. All right. Maybe don't subscribe. Accidents happen.